Happy video day, guys. Christina, Brooke here. So today we're going to be doing a really fun video. This is one of those videos that we wait for the entire year. So this is my Sephora Spring Savings Events recommendation video. So in today's video, what I'm going to do is be running down for you guys all the products that I would highly recommend from Sephora. So during this time, Sephora does their sale, meaning that you can get some awesome percentages off. And this video, I'm gonna show you guys my favorite products. These are things that I would highly recommend. I love, I adore. I'm only putting things in here that I think that you guys will truly, truly, truly love. So we're gonna run down every single one of them in today's video. But before we go ahead and jump into everything, I do want to let you guys know that there is a sponsor on today's video. So today's video is kindly sponsored by Ana Luisa Jewelry. You guys know how much I love Ana Luisa. I've worked with them a lot of times already. I love their jewelry pieces. Like, I really honestly wear their jewelry a lot. If you guys follow me on Instagram at Christina Brooke Beauty, you guys would know that they are basically one of my top reached for jewelry pieces that I'm constantly wearing in all of my fashion videos and images that you guys see on Instagram. So they're gonna be having their Mother's Day event where you're gonna be able to buy one, get one, 40% off on all of their amazing jewelry pieces. All right, so let me show you guys the pieces that I actually am wearing today from Ana Luisa. The first piece that I'm so excited for that I think is absolutely stunning is this new foxtail necklace that I picked up. Now, I absolutely love this. The quality, beautiful. It's thick, it looks nice, it has a really good feel to it. These pieces all feel very luxurious and they look amazing. Another thing is the gold is always my perfect gold. It is not like one of those fakey gold colors. It always has a very nice, elegant gold look to it. I feel like foxtail necklaces have been in for a really long time. They're just a timeless piece. You could use them for layering, add a few different layers on top, or it just looks elegant on its own like it does today. So definitely huge fan of the necklace. The other thing that I got was these amazing ball earrings. So these are like dangly earrings. So they're on a string that's actually pretty thick. So it doesn't feel like a fake chain or anything like that. It's like a thick chain and then it's holding onto these beautiful gold balls. I absolutely adore these earrings. Okay, so these are fashion statement earrings. I think that they're like one of my favorite pieces that I've gotten from Ana Luisa because they're just so modern. Like, this is so cool. I think it looks amazing with what I'm wearing today. You could also dress this up with a beautiful dress and it just has that elegant factor to it. So definitely this is a statement piece, but without being like too much, you know? And then finally, the other earrings are these. Now, these are so cute, okay? These are these really pretty gold and pearl and kind of like a mint color. You guys know how obsessed I am with like a sage green. And that's kind of like a sagey, mintish color. And they are just these amazing dangly earrings. I absolutely love these as well. They're so elegant. And you guys know pastels are super in. Like, so this is going to be worn so much by me, especially because it has two of the biggest trends right now, which is like a pastel feel as well as pearls. This is a really beautiful earring. It is total must have. And I definitely think that so many mothers would love this. Like, I just think that this is like the best elegant earring. Like, they're just so pretty. I think this time around I picked up some amazing pieces, but I've also picked up so many awesome other pieces from their website that I feel like anything you guys choose to pick up for your mother, you're probably going to be extremely happy with. Big thank you to Ana Luisa for sponsoring this portion of today's video, and I will leave everything down below in case you guys want to shop their website, and I definitely would highly recommend. So now let's go ahead and let's jump into my Sephora recommendation. So Sephora does this sale twice a year. I will be putting down below all of the details, all the information of when it starts and when it ends and who shops first. And there's a 20% off for Rouge, and depending on your tier, you get different percentages off, but all of that information will be down below. It's also, if you want to submit a testimonial for me for my Sephora Squad application, I'm also going to put that link down below. Okay, so I have everything sitting behind me during these videos. My back of my desk usually looks like a complete disaster, and that is typically because I throw everything back there. So we're just gonna go with this. I don't even think this is gonna be in any orders. We're gonna mix everything together. We're just gonna dive into this, okay? So let's start off with the first thing that I'm staring at, and that is these. Okay, so this is Natasha Denona's new lipstick formula. So she had her I Need a Nude lipstick line. It did so good that she did this I Need a Rose collection. I believe that these lipsticks are a little bit different from her I Need a Nude collection, and I love this formula. I think all three of these lipstick shades are amazing. I've talked about this before in a favorites video. I also talked about this when I first got it, did a whole video on them because I just love this formula. I think it's such a good formula. So there's 3 shades in the collection. There's the color called Peony, which I think is a beautiful pastel-y pink. Now, I would say that this is the color that I would say anybody who likes to do dramatic eyes and likes to put on a really pretty light pink lip, this is the color that you want to pick up. It is absolutely stunning. So this is my everyday color. So this is called Daphne. Daphne is that shade on my skin tone that is a perfect everyday color. I don't have to have that much makeup on and it doesn't wash me out. So it's kind of like, just wear it and go. That's my wear it and go lipstick. So then we have the color Kaya, or Kala. You guys always tell me how to say it. I always forget, but it's supposed to be a flower. So this is what it looks like. This is a beautiful pinky peachy color. So now this one is my in-between color. I could wear this with a dramatic eye, or I can also wear this just as a grab and go lipstick. It is a beautiful tone. It just depends on if you like a little bit more peach in your lipstick or a little bit more pink, which color you go for. So Daphne would be the more pink and Kaya would be the more peach, but I love all 3 of these. If you could pick up all 3, I would totally say all 3 are worth it. They're so different from each other that I don't feel like you're gonna think you picked up 3 of the same. Love, love, love this lipstick formula, so definitely highly recommend. All right, so since we are talking about lipsticks, let's talk about another lipstick formula that I'm so obsessed with. And this is my favorite color, and I have so many of these lipsticks, guys. Like, I have a whole lip swatch video that you guys can check out if you want on these lipsticks. But the Bite Beauty new lipstick formula is insanely amazing. And my favorite color from them is the color called Harissa. A beautiful, beautiful color. It's kind of like a burnt orange, but it is absolutely stunning, okay? So like there is no color that I have ever tried like this lipstick color, okay? So it has the perfect amount of orange and a little bit of like red in it, that it doesn't look like you have really, really orange lips, and it also doesn't look like you have red lips. I could wear this during the day and feel like my lipstick looks amazing, which I can't say for a lot of these like burnt orange colors. Sometimes I feel like, oh, I don't want to wear that during the day. I wear this color so much during the day and I love the way it looks. It's just the perfect amount of orange and burntness, and it's not too dramatic, but then it's not like too understated. It's perfection. Amazing. Okie dokie, so let's talk about some foundations. So the first one that I'm actually pretty shocked that I'm gonna be recommending this, because when I first tried it, I was like, you know, I'm not sure. I mean, it's really good, but am I gonna use this all the time? And oh my gosh, do I use this all the time? Charlotte Tilbury's Beautiful Skin Foundation is amazing. Like, I absolutely love it. It gives you pretty good coverage. Like, I'm talking about a nice little medium coverage. If you use a wet sponge or with your fingers, you could definitely die down the coverage a little bit, but if you want a little bit more, you know, playing with it with a brush or packing on with a sponge, this gives you coverage. It's layerable. It's so beautiful. I also got the perfect color for my skin tone. 6 Neutral matches me like perfection. Like, I'm actually pretty shocked. I have not found a Charlotte Tilbury like foundation that I'm like obsessed with the color. Now, the only thing, and I don't know if this is going to be a thing or not, but I feel like I'm going through this tube pretty quickly. I don't think I've had it for more than 3 months, and I feel like I'm gonna have to buy another one of these like very soon. Now, am I going to do that? I believe I'm going to, because I really like this formula, but I do feel like it may be a product that you're gonna go through pretty quickly, but it's good. So if you have mature skin, I definitely think you'll love this. I honestly love this, so yeah. Huge win. The other foundation, I mean, I can't go a video of recommendations at Sephora without recommending the LYS foundation. Like, I love this stuff. It is such a good foundation. It's an amazing price point. So if you're looking at price tags and you're like, yeah, I'm not gonna buy a $60 foundation, even at a 20% off, I don't wanna do that. This is where you wanna live. You wanna live at the LYS section. Like, their price tags are so amazing, but this formula is so good. Like, I literally am obsessed with this formula. I think it's one of the best out there, and I think for the price tag, it's just so good. So I definitely would highly recommend anybody who's dabbling in like more high-end foundations, or if they've been buying a lot of high-end foundations and they just don't want to pay that price tag anymore, This is so good. I do not think you'll be disappointed. All right, let's get my little basket here. So let's talk about some lip liners. The only lip liners that I'm gonna recommend in today's video are going to be from Natasha Denona because I love her lip liners. So the new lip liner that I picked up from her is the one in Kala. Kala is the most beautiful lipstick color ever. It's that peachy nude. I think it works with like every single lipstick. I'm not a huge like match your lip liner to your lipstick kind of girl. I usually like a deeper lip liner with all my lipsticks, or I'll like use the same one with like every lipstick. So I can't like recommend a million different lip liners for every lipstick I buy, but I definitely love this lip liner with a lot of my lipsticks. Or I like the color Julia. Julia is also a beautiful color from Natasha Denona. But if you can see theme here, love Natasha Denona's lip liners. I think you'll be happy with any of the colors that you pick up from her range because they're just really, really, really good. Let's jump into this. This is a very interesting product. This is from Lawless. So Lawless came out with this forget the filler lipstick thing that it's like a lip gloss that you put on over your lipstick, and it's supposed to do that plumping effect to make your lips look bigger, but this does not plump. Like, it doesn't make your lips like feel like they're on fire. You don't have like that plumping feeling on your lips. It literally feels like a lip gloss, but it does this smoothing effect to the lips that I feel like you need to try. I think almost everybody will love this formula. It literally smooths over the lips, and because it gives you that like juicy lip vibe, it does give you the appearance of a bigger lip, and it does not tingle. You feel a little bit like a pepperminty feel, but you do not feel like your lips are on fire. You're not gonna be like, oh my God, what did I do that I just burned my lips? It's not a plumper like that. I cannot wear those kind of plumpers. Those type of plumpers I run away from. So if you do not like those type of plumpers, but you want something that makes your lips like all the lines disappear, this is so good. Okay, so the other thing is from Rare Beauty. Guys, this is such a good powder, okay? So they released this, was it this year? I think it was. So this is the setting powder, and what is the name of it? It's just called the setting powder. I got it in light medium, so it has a little tint to it. But here's the trick. I like that tint because it kind of gives me a bronze, okay? So like I put on my foundation, then I put on this powder. It gets rid of like all the pores, but then it also kind of gives me this little like tint to my skin. So I kind of like bronze my face without having to put the bronzer on yet. Kind of amazing. Love this product. It has a more mattified look, but it doesn't look cakey. It doesn't give you like that old crinkly look. This is a very, very, very good powder. If you do a lot of photographs, but you're more mature, this is great because it gives you that mattified look, but it doesn't make you look wrinkly or cracky or anything crazy like that. So I think you should try this, especially if you want that mattified look for evenings out, photos, or whatever. The Rare Beauty one is the way to go. I think it's stunning. For every single day, the one I use is this. So you guys know I'm a huge fan of this product. So this is called, so this is the Ambient Lighting Palettes, and this is the Volume 2. So the Volume 2 was kind of created for medium skin tones. If you have a skin tone like mine, this works wonders. It is stunning, okay? So you can go ahead and blend this all together and just put it all over the face. Like, that's what I do. I don't use this like a bronzer because it's not bronze enough for me. I like to go ham with my bronzer. This is not bronze enough, but I mixed all three of these together, put it all over the skin. It gives me like this tint with this glowy veil. It's literally perfection. So this is what I wear every single day on top of my foundation. And then I'll go in with a little bit of bronzer. But this is like insane. Anybody looking for a beautiful illuminating powder that doesn't have any like glitters in it and it'll make your skin look more youthful, this product, they really knocked it out of the park. And they do have all the ranges. So they have the light, the medium, and the deep now. So I think that this is a great product. I would highly recommend it. The other thing is from LYS as well. You guys know I love their blush formula. If you're into a cream blush, LYS has the best cream blush formula, okay? I love this stuff. It's so good. I have it in the color called Kindness. They did release, and I don't know if Sephora will have it yet, but they have like 3 new shades or 4 that look stunning, okay? So if they do have it for the sale, I'll probably pick up another shade. But this is my most used blush. even that it's a cream. And I'm not like a huge cream blush girl. So you know that this is good if this is what I'm reaching for. It works good over powder, which is always my trick. I need to make sure that a cream blush works good over powder, because I always forget, like I will never put it before the powder. Always forget. So I think it's an amazing product. It's literally phenomenal. Okay, so a mascara. I finally have a mascara from the high-end department store of Sephora that I can highly recommend to you guys. I'm a huge L'Oreal Lash Paradise girl. Love that product. So inexpensive. So I can't like get into high-end mascaras. It's just like I haven't found one until Rare Beauty released this. This is a really, really, really nice mascara. I have it on today. I go between this and L'Oreal Lash Paradise, and I will be honest, I've been using this more than Lash Paradise lately. It's amazing. The price tag is not that bad either, and for 20% off, if you want to try a very good mascara, this is where it is at. It doesn't bother my eyes. I do not believe it's waterproof because I did go to the beach and I had it on. It was everywhere. So I don't think it's waterproof. They may have a waterproof version of it, but it's my favorite mascara. Like, kind of obsessed with it, so yeah. When it comes to concealers, there's two concealers that I'm kind of obsessed with, okay? So I think I talk about these a lot, but the Item Beauty concealer is so good. It's the Air Hug concealer. Highly, highly recommend it, especially if you have mature under eyes. I feel like it just covers a lot, but it doesn't really get into the lines. It does a really nice radiant under the eyes. It doesn't do anything cakey. It looks amazing, but I always say this, and I have to say this in every video because I don't want you guys to think that I didn't warn you, but the packaging is faulty, and for some reason, the concealer does get all over the place. Even as many times as I wipe it down, it continues to do it. But the product is so good that I still recommend the product. But if you are somebody who does not like products that get messy, just know that this one will until they fix that packaging. The other one that I really like is from Rare Beauty. Now this is different. So this is a lighter weight concealer and you're not gonna get as much coverage. But what I really like about this is a great everyday concealer for me. It's not too heavy. So when I have lighter makeup on, so if I'm using my Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue, which is literally my go-to like tinted moisturizer, which is actually not in today's video because I didn't bring it here, but it looks like this, and I definitely would recommend it if you're looking for a tinted moisturizer. It is the best one. It doesn't really do too much coverage. It just kind of like evens out the skin tone. But when I use a product like that, I can't put like super heavy under eye concealer or I will look like a raccoon. So what I use is this, and I use this a lot. Rare Beauty's concealer is beautiful. It covers good enough. It doesn't go into under eye lines. It's just really, really flawless. But I always tell you guys that because I have dark circles because of my allergies, one of my favorite products and sold at Sephora is the Bobbi Brown Eye Corrector. So I love this corrector. Look at it, okay? So you guys know, this is my second one. I go through this like crazy. I found this, I believe it was only a year ago, and I used it so much that I'm on my second, and now it will be on my third. So I get it in the color light to medium bisque. It is a beautiful corrector. So what you do is you just kind of dab it on your dark circles, and then you put your concealer on top. It makes you use less concealer, which makes your under eyes look a lot brighter and more youthful. Okay, so eyebrow pencils. So I love the Makeup by Mario eyebrow pencil. It is so good, okay? So the interesting thing about this is it's a pencil like this. So it has like that triangle look, and I typically do not like these type of pencils. But this one does such a cool thing. Like it kind of fills in the brows without making them look heavy or fake. It's really a great product. If you have thinner brows, what I do is I use it from this point of my brow all the way to here, and then I brush it out. Literally looks like it just fills in the little problematic areas, and it looks just like my brows. It does not look like I have any brow product in my eyes. And then I'll get my Precisely My Brow, which is another product I highly recommend that it has like the very thin tip. So this is the thin tip. And what I do is I use this only on the front. So the front that you can't use like one of these thicker pencils, very hard to do like fine lines with. I use this. So I kind of just use it in the front, make those little tiny hairs, and anywhere that I just want a little hair stroke, I do it with this. Those are my two favorite brow products. I will be probably getting more Makeup by Mario ones because they're not that cheap, you know? and I like to get them on sale. Okay, so bronzers. I have 2 bronzers. When you want to go for like that beach sun-kissed look, like, hey, I don't really have bronzer on, but I do have bronzer on, you want to grab the Rare Beauty bronzer sticks. These are so good. So I have Always Sunny. Now this is typically a little dark for me, but we are going into summer and I'm already starting to turn tan. That's just how it is in South Florida. We get so much sun here. Doesn't matter how much sunscreen I put on, the sun will tan you. So I'm already starting to tan, and this is my color now. So when I put this on, it literally gives me like this really cool like tan look, but it looks so natural. Like, this is the most natural cream bronzer ever. It's try this. So like, I think that they've been sold out of this product a lot, but if they have it for the sale and you could find your color, I would highly recommend it. I have to say, like, this has been my favorite bronzer, and I you know, it's a pricey bronzer, but the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, guys, is where it's at. I mean, I use this so much, I don't even know. It doesn't even say anything on the back anymore. It's completely scrubbed off. So I believe that I have 3, which is deeper than I typically would go, but I love this color. It gives me a real nice sun-kissed bronze. I'm obsessed. This is what I use all the time. Look at the pan. We are panning this product, okay? Ginormous bronzer, ginormous hole. I'm kind of obsessed, okay? So if you could tell, I'm kind of obsessed. Now, a cool thing about this product too is that you can actually buy the bronzer separated from the actual casing. So if you have a Z palette and you don't want to buy this whole casing, you could just pick up, you know, the little magnetic refill. Just saying. Ooh, okay, yeah, I forgot about this. So Charlotte Tilbury also released this product, which I kind of am obsessed with. This is the Nudegasm Face Palette. Do they still have this at Sephora? If they do not, this will be cut out of the video. If they do, you will see it. But I love this. So this has a, oh, it cracked. Oh. I'm not gonna turn this too much because I actually cracked it. Actually, I think it was Luxie that cracked it, but this right here is a contour, but it's a beautiful contouring shade, and this is also a contouring shade. So this is more of a contour palette, so it's not like a bronzing palette. But what I like about this is it does a really nice sculpting look to the face. So like, if you want your face to look sculpted, this palette gives that to you, and I'm kind of obsessed with it. I also really like the highlights. What I usually do is mix them both together and put them on like that. But I will say, for Charlotte Tilbury, this is probably one of my most used face palettes from her. I purchased the other one that she released for one of the holidays, and I really didn't like it because it was just too glowy. This one is like literally perfection. It's different because it's more contour-ish, but if you're into contouring. So before we get into everybody's favorite stuff, which will be the eye products, so the eyeshadow palettes, the primer from Rare Beauty is the best, okay? Forget all other primers. The Rare Beauty Always the Optimist Pore Diffusing Primer is insanity, okay? I love this product so much. I got it in a sample, purchased this one, and I know that this is gonna be my go-to primer for a very long time. So if you're looking for a primer, definitely try this out. And they give you different sizes, so you don't have to go and buy the huge bottle. You can, I think it's 3 different sizes you can pick from. So when it comes to eyeliners, you guys know my obsession. Natasha Denona is where it's at. I love her macro blade in black. I use this every time I do a wing liner. I actually have it on today. That is what made my wing liner. And then for pencils, I also love Natasha Denona. This is her macro tech eyeliner. So this is macro blade, this is macro tech. I use the brown like crazy. So I use the brown even more than I use the black. So I would highly recommend any color that you want. But this is a go-to staple eye product for me. You can smudge it out and it also dries down. So I love both of these products, highly recommend. I mean, I can't go a video without recommending some Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. She also has an amazing lipstick formula. 2 of the colors that I love are Nude Romance, one of the best like everyday shades if you like a peachy nude, or Catwalking. So now Catwalking is a really cool shade because it's actually like, it's a nude, but it's a little bit more nude than Nude Romance. So it's a little bit, so you could wear it with like a deeper eye. But these 2 shades are my favorites. And if you guys can see, this one's a little bit deeper. So I use this a lot. Like, this is like, look at it, it's almost gone. like that, okay? So you guys know I love Charlotte, so Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks, I mean, if you want to just pick one up, now is the time for a sale. Okay, so we went through a lot of complexion, so I'm just gonna quickly tell you some eyeshadow palettes. Difficult for me because when it comes to eyeshadow palettes, like I'm so picky that I want to just recommend things that I think that you guys will enjoy. So the first one I would recommend is, if they have this in stock, Natasha Denona's Glam Face Palette. This is the best. It is so good, so versatile. You get so many looks out of it, and they're really stunning. So I know it's a little bit more of a cool tone palette, I guess, but it's super beautiful. And there is some warmth to it, and I absolutely love this palette. It has been like a go-to, like anytime I want to do like a really nice eye, I usually grab this. So that is a palette I highly recommend. I also really love the mini version. So the Mini Glam is a beautiful mini. I used this the other day and came out with the most beautiful eye look, and I was like, gosh, you know, this is just such a well thought out mini. So if you want to try a mini from Natasha, this one, or other one would be Mini Retro. So we're in the spring. Mini Retro is super on trend right now. This is super on trend right now. If you want to try a beautiful eyeshadow palette, this is absolutely stunning. It has a little bit of like those greenish grays in it with those really light peaches, with those really light pinks in it. So these two, my favorite minis right now, totally recommend. Patrick Ta came out with a very impressive palette. I really like this palette. It's what I have on my eyes today. I've enjoyed using this anytime like I do like fashion videos or fashion shoots. I usually grab this because it's just so versatile, because it's just so easy. It gives me like those neutral, very easy to wear looks that are not like so dramatic or too much color. So this is a very nice palette, and you get a lot of array of textures in it, which I also really enjoy. Other one that I'm gonna recommend, and I'm only gonna recommend this to anybody who just wants that very easy to use eyeshadow palette, Soft Glam. Soft Glam has been one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes ever, and I just feel like it's just like that palette that you might want to just have in your collection. If you're looking for something that you can use every single day, night, and maybe you're somebody who doesn't want multiple eyeshadow palettes, Soft Glam. This is beautiful. You've got so many looks you can do here. You can go to day, you can go to night, you could actually even do like winter looks, autumn looks. So this one I'm not going to recommend for everybody, okay? So this is going to be the select few people. So the Natasha Denona Pastel palette released this year, and it will be on sale now. I am not going to recommend this to everybody. I do not think that every formula in here is phenomenal. But for a discounted price, and because color is so in right now, and if you're somebody who loves Natasha Denona and you like these monochromatic pastel looks, this is a nice palette. It's also limited edition. So I wanted to put it in today's video because I'm going to be getting a lot of use out of this very soon. I'm going to be doing my 5-day challenge with it. I also feel like all of the colors that are in right now are in this palette, so I know I'm going to be using it a lot, and I figured that I should tell you guys about it. But like I said, not everybody I would recommend this to. Not everybody at all. Actually, a huge population probably would not even use this at all. But if you are those people who might actually like this, then definitely at a sale price, it's worth picking up. And the last one is from Huda Beauty. So I would actually recommend this one more than the pastel palette to a majority of people. You still have a little bit of like that pastel-y vibe, but this palette gives you gorgeous looks. It's a little bit more wearable. I feel like I get more use out of this palette, and it's not as hard to figure out. I feel like it's a little bit more simplified. You can create some beautiful, airy, very on trend, very spring looks, and I kind of love this palette, and I totally would recommend it for sure. So basically, I think we ran down everything. I hope I included everything in this video that I would highly recommend, but I think I did. So let me know down below if any of these products are products that you have your eyes on. And of course, thank you so much to Luisa for sponsoring today's video. And if you are interested in picking anything up from their Mother's Day buy one, get one 40% off sale, everything will be linked down below of how to get to the sale and everything. I totally would recommend. And yeah, let me know down below what you guys thought of today's video and if there's anything that you are picking up from today's Sephora sale. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.